Hello, and welcome to today's webinar, Investing in America, Rural Energy for America, the REAP Technical Assistance Grants. With that, I'd like to turn it over to Dr. Karama Neal, Administrator for Rural Business Cooperative Service. Dr. Neal?
Thank you so much, Maggie, and thanks so much to all of you for joining us today. We're very pleased to have you. I'm Karama Neal, I'm the Administrator of the Rural Business Cooperative Service, and I'm very pleased today to announce the new Rural Energy for America Program Technical Assistance Grants, or REAP-TAG. REAP-TAG is funded by the Inflation Reduction Act, the nation's largest ever investment in combating the climate crisis. It will facilitate access to the Rural Energy for America program, which is funding renewable energy systems and energy efficiency projects for tens of thousands of farms and rural small businesses. In March, we announced the availability of $1 billion in grants to the Rural Energy for America program and certain program changes that are facilitating access to program funding. In addition to addressing climate change and expanding access to renewable energy infrastructure in rural America, REAP projects are creating good-paying jobs and saving Americans money on their energy costs. Such projects also reduce the amount of carbon pollution that affects our climate. Today, we are excited to offer technical assistance grants that will help ensure broad access to REAP funding. This is part of our commitment to providing funding and resources to rural people and communities across the country to help drive economic security and prosperity. These technical assistance grants will provide hands-on support to farmers, ranchers, and rural small business owners seeking federal funds for renewable energy systems like wind and solar and energy efficiency measures. These investments not only help producers and small businesses lower energy costs, but also help them access new markets and strengthen their operations. We are tracking access to REAP in part through the Justice 40 initiative, which is advancing environmental justice by ensuring that 40% of the overall benefits of certain federal investments, like REAP, reach disadvantaged communities that are marginalized, underserved, and overburdened by pollution. The fact that the Inflation Reduction Act provides USDA with the resources to fund programs like REAP and REAP-TAG shows how seriously the Biden-Harris administration takes rural America's leadership in innovating for our climate-smart future. With these resources going towards building the infrastructure to combat the climate crisis and providing clean energy resources to the American people, USDA continues to support rural Americans so that they may live and thrive in the communities they love. We hope that you will join us in this effort through applying to REAP-TAG. To share more on that, I'll turn to John McAuliffe, Senior Climate Advisor, who will share more about the new technical assistance grants. John?
Thank you so much, Dr. Neal. Good morning, everyone. My name is John McAuliffe. I'm Senior Climate Advisor here at RBCS Rural Development. We're here today to announce the new technical assistance program that Dr. Neal mentioned, funded by the Inflation Reduction Act, to support the Rural Energy for America program, which will be known as the REAP Technical Assistance Grants, or TAG, as a part of the administration's Investing in America agenda. The federal notice for the program is on inspection as of this morning, July 13th. First, a few reminders about the REAP program for those who might be new to it. The REAP program provides guaranteed loan financing and grant funding to agricultural producers and rural small businesses to create renewable energy systems or to make energy efficiency improvements. These grants can cover up to 50% of total eligible costs. Eligible applicants to REAP are agriculture producers as defined by REAP regulation and rural small businesses as defined by the Small Business Administration. Now, on March 31st, 2023, Rural Development announced new funding for the REAP program through the Inflation Reduction Act of $1.055 billion to be made available in 6 quarterly cycles. The first of those quarterly cycles has already begun and finished, and we are in the second one right now, so it'll go for about another year. To support this large increase in the REAP program, REAP-TAG will provide technical assistance to agricultural producers and rural small businesses applying to REAP. Prioritizing applicants from underserved communities, applicants pursuing projects using underutilized technologies, defined for the next year and a half as projects that are not solar or energy efficiency projects, or for applicants applying for grants under $20,000. The program will be administered by state offices, rural development state offices, and REAP regional coordinators. Applicants will apply to serve residents of the state or states which they're applying to. Each state office will receive a portion of the total funding of $21.25 million, and applicants can apply for anywhere between $100,000 and $500,000 to use anywhere from 1 year to 3 years. All applications must be received by August 15th and awards will be made in September. Thank you for joining us today for this brief summary of the program. We hope you decide to apply to REAP-TAG. If you are a technical assistance provider or interested in becoming one, we encourage you to read the federal notice. The link has been dropped in the chat, and reach out to your state office. Starting this afternoon and continuing into next week, state offices will host webinars and calls announcing the program and providing additional information on how to apply. Your efforts to ensure rural prosperity across the nation are greatly appreciated, and we look forward to working with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, John. And just to provide a few more pieces of information and resources, please take a look at the information that's been dropped in the chat. We have the USDA Rural Development IRA webpage, the REAP Res EEI webpage, REAP RETA, REAP Notice of Solicitation of Applications, and again, the State Energy Coordinators, a link to find their contact information. Thank you for joining today's webinar. And with that, we would like to conclude the session.